Okay guys, I am Limar Sirsa. Today I will explain about managing and caring for the self. First is knowing your limits. Limits the greatest amount of extent of a person or a degree or someone that is impossible. Limits ay isang abilidad ng isang tao na or kakayahan ng isang tao. And second guys is modifying your approach. What is the meaning of modifying? Modifying, you can call change yourself faster than you can change other people. That gives you incredible flexibility. In any situation, your ability of change your thinking, feeling, and doing is a key of changing your lot of life. And changing your result you get. Meron akong example nito. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay yung taong madali makaisip ng magaling na paraan o ganyan, magaling na idea. Mga fast thinking na tao. And third is scheming. Scheming meaning is a reading text that quickly to get generally idea meaning. It can be contrast of a scanning, which is reading in order to find specific information, figure or names. Scheming especially reading skills, which common reading newspaper, message, and also in email or in any message. Skimming is mabilis sa pagbasa ng mga teksto o kahit ano or newspaper. Yan ang skimming. Mabilis na pagbabasa. And fourth guys is rehearsing. Rehearsing meaning is this just not about repeatedly talking. Rehearsing meaning is ang iba yun ay natututo ka sa anumang bagay or may natutunan ka sa nagawa mo or sa nagawa ng iba. And lastly guys is this is a self-test. Self-test, as the name of implies, this is a trying to test your comparison of your living experience or the of your skill that have required during you call or create test of yourself. Thanks.
Hello guys, I'm Dexter Shaza. So today I'm going to discuss and explain about rehearsing, self-test, and other strategies. First, rehearsing. This is not just about repeatedly talking, writing, and other doing what you have learned, but also trying to make a personal interpretation or summary of learning experience. So, as thinking about thinking, you're just not repeatedly rehearsing a skill in order to gain proficiency. Hence, you are not to make a professional interpretation of summary of one's learning experience. In one doing so, try to imagine yourself at position in which you yourself are being asked and what task you are asked to do. In making the process, you are trying to collect what you have learned based on the resources. Also having your personal opinions, but make sure that the concepts are stable and are aligned in the source. So second is self-test. Self-test, as the name implies, this trying to test your comprehension of your learning experience or the skills that you have acquired during learning. So, as what the name implies, periodically doing a self-test to see how well you learned something. In doing self-test, you could make any questions such as essays and definitions of terms while you are reading or watching, but this not mean self on only focuses on what you have learning, but also how well did you learn. So third is other strategies. Other strategies that you need to develop include asking questions about your methods one day. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Persisib Inibaok. My topic for today is all about do not just dream, make it happy. What is biography? Biography is the story about real person's life, but is written by someone else that study that person's life. The vast majority of biography examples are written people who are or were famous, such as politicians, actors, athletes, and so on. Next. The concept of self-efficacy was introduced by Albert Bandura in an article entitled Self-Efficacy. Albert Bandura was born in Mondari, Alberta on December 4, 1955. He was the youngest of 6 children. In 3 years' time, he graduated with the Bulacan Award in Psychology in 1949. He earned his master's degree from the University of Iowa in 1951 and his in clinical psychology in 1952. Next. Self-efficacy is based on the assumption that psychological procedures serve as means of creating a strengthening expectation of personal efficacy. Weibel stated that Dr. Bandura defines self-efficacy as people's belief about their capabilities to produce designated levels of performance that exercise influence over events that affect their lives. He identified acts of people with high assurance in their capabilities, such as approach difficult tasks as challenge to be mastered, set challenging goals, and maintain strong commitment to them. Heighten or sustain efforts in the face of failure or setbacks. Attributes failures to insufficient effort and deficient knowledge and skill, which are acquirable, and approach threatening situation with the assurance that they can exercise control over them. Next. Verbal or social persuasion also affects one's perception of the self-efficacy. It is a way of strengthening people's beliefs that they have what it takes to succeed. Self-efficacy is the beliefs in one's capabilities to organize and execute the source of action required to manage prospective situation. Next. Carol Dweck's Speaks and Grow Mindset Theory. His biography. Carol Dweck is the author of Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. She was born on October 17, 1946. She graduated from Barnard College in 1967 and earned her from Yale University in 1972. She taught at Columbia University, Harvard University, and University of Illinois before joining Stanford University in 2004. She is one of the researchers in the field of motivation and is a Lewis and Virginia Eaton Professor of Psychology at Stanford University. Her research focuses on why people succeed and how to foster success. She has been elected as one of the outstanding scholars in social science at the American Academy of Arts and Science. Next. Dr. Dweck's contribution to social psychology relates to implicit theories of intelligence with her book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, published in 2006. Dr. Dweck described people with two types of mindset, which are the fixed mindset and growth mindset. Fixed mindset, people who believe and success is based on their innate abilities, and growth mindset, people who believe that success is based on hard work. Example, in fixed mindset, students believe their basic abilities, their intelligence, their talents are just fixed traits. They have a certain amount, and that's that. And their goal to look at all the fire and never look down. In growth mindset, students understand that their talents and abilities can be developed through effort, good teaching, and persistence. Next.
Good day everyone, I am January Bulanda, and for today's video I'm going to discuss Chapter 3, Lesson 3, Less Stress and More Care. So our first objective in this lesson is to explain the effects of stress to one's health. So before we start explaining the effects of stress, we need to know what is stress, what causes it, and what can you do to lower it. So stress, what is stress? The stress is any type of changes that can cause physical, emotional, and psychological strain. Stress is your body's response to anything that requires attention or action. And stress can cause or influence too many medical conditions, including psychological conditions such as depression and anxiety. So what causes stress? Based on the top sources of stress all over the world, we have the first causes of stress, the job pressure. The second is money, health-related, social media overload, relationships, poor nutrition, and sleeping issues. Other statistics shows that 77% of people regularly shows physical symptoms because of stress, 54% of people fight with people close to them because of stress, and lastly 30% of people are always or often under stress at work. How does stress affect our body? If our body is under stress for a long period of time, it can cause major problems like anxiety, depression, headaches, digestive issues, memory issues, sleep issues, weight gain, and heart problems. Dealing with stress. For us to be able to deal with stress, we need to exercise regularly so that our body will become physically fit and our mind will be distracted with any kind of problems that can cause stress. Eating healthy foods or having a healthy diet that can help our body grow stronger and much healthier because of the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that we receive from this food. And having a relaxation time and fun can help us forget our problems that can cause stress. Spending time with positive people, avoiding drinking, smoking, and other things that can damage your body.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to discuss about design self-care therapy. So let's start with number one, self-care therapy. So is the active participants of enhance your physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual health and quality of life. It can alleviate some of your stress. It is important to maintain both physical and mental components of our self-care in order to achieve an overall state of our wellness. So that is self-care therapy. Then the next is self-compassion therapy later. So the example of the compassionate letter is ask yourself whether there are things that you could do to improve or better cope with this negative aspect. So focus on how you constructive changes that could make you feel happier, healthier, and more fulfilled, and avoid judging yourself. After writing a letter, put it down for a little while. So sample is focus on how you construct changes that could make yourself to feel better and healthier and away from judging people or judging yourself. So that is sample of self-compassionate letter. And the next is self-compassion and motivation. Self-esteem refers to a degree to you which is evaluated ourselves positively. And contrast, self-compassion is not based on positive judgment or evaluations. It's a way to relating to ourselves.
And people feel self-compassion because they are human beings, not because they are special above average. That's all. That is sample of self-esteem or self-compassion versus self-esteem. So that is sample of self-compassion and self-esteem. So for the last design self-care therapy is the less stress, care more. So good self-care is taking care of yourself while help maintain your physical and emotional and mental serves to prevent manage stress. So this is sample to prevent um, being stressed to yourself and includes regular sleep, exercise, relaxation, and eating well. For more self-care ideas, you can visit a gym or other places for relaxation. So that is called less stress, care more. That's all. Thank you.